What makes you smarter? It's an extension of the RadioWhat.com internet radio station that I've been running for quite some time. And if you need DJ services, where do you go? DJLittleRock.com. One more time, DJLittleRock.com. Check availability, get a free price quote, and maybe you can have me at your next event. You know I like to party with the people. The people need to be entertained. Make your next thing a big one. This week's shows, I have a brand new show at the Cedar Lounge Bar and Grill in Morrilton, Arkansas, Thursday night. Yes, the Video Dance Party Karaoke Jam. It's a brand new place. I've never been there before, but I've seen pictures, and I think it looks beautiful. Cedar Lounge. If it lives up to its name, if it's made of cedar, there's cedar wood everywhere, the place is going to smell great. But the pictures, it looks great. And I've had great reviews from many of my friends and associates, and they tell me, yeah, it's going to be a good time. That's Thursday night from 6 until 10 p.m. Video Dance Party Karaoke Jam. Yeah, I said karaoke. You're the stars of the show. I'm just pressing buttons. We got a stage set up just for you at the Cedar Lounge Bar and Grill in Morrilton, Arkansas. I think it's on Broadway, if I'm not mistaken. I'm taking that all from memory. That's Thursday night. Brand new show. 6 to 10, Cedar Lounge Bar and Grill. Be there. Be there. On Friday night, I'm at the regular spot, my usual Friday night gig. It's the Rab in Conway, Arkansas. That's the Video Dance Party Karaoke Jam that I do most Friday nights in a year, probably at least 48 to 50 Friday nights in a year. You'll find me at the Rab on Friday nights. That is a great place to be, man. It's always a good time at the Rab. They have the full bar, kitchens open, pool tables, pool tournament Friday nights. So if you want to try to make some money playing pool, isn't that a Rod Stewart song? I know. I think about Rod Stewart when I think about making money out of playing pool. What's your song? What's your go-to song when you think about pool playing? I kind of want to know. Yeah. Well, are there any other good pool playing songs besides Maggie May that mentions making money out of playing pool? All right. But I digress. So come on out to the Rab, 8 p.m. until 1 in the a.m. Be there. Yeah, always a good time. Always a good time at the Rab. And then Saturday night, wedding. Yes. I have a wedding on Saturday night. The weddings are coming back. I am booked up pretty much until the end of the year and into next year. So I'm kind of stoked about that. Yeah, it's weddings are my specialty. When I was living in the Florida Keys, I would do weddings at least once, if not twice, and sometimes 3 times in a weekend. So 50 to 100 weddings a year when I was living down there. So I'm very happy to be a part of people's big day. I know that's so cliche. Are you ready for your big day? I know that doesn't apply just to weddings. Could be, your birthday party, your bar mitzvahs, that kind of thing, of which I also enjoy being a part of. So, look me up. So, yes, busy weekend for old Keys Dan. All right, then. Also, if you'd like to tell your story or hear the stories of others, I encourage you to check out my other podcast, What Makes You Famous. Find it everywhere using the hashtag What Makes You Famous. And if you want to watch me stream video games, watch this old man crush Fortnite. Yeah, I say crush because I've beaten the thing 3 times. Now, last night I played Fortnite, and I think I'm going to consider that my actual first win. The first time I had victory in Fortnite, I was kind of like, I think I waited out the last 3 people. I was standing there just waiting, and boom, victory. All right, victory is mine. All right, that's look up Keys Dan Gaming, hashtag Keys Dan Gaming, and you can find me streaming online. Yeah, just putting out that good content for you. Hey, I'm playing games, and I have this broadcast software sitting in front of me. Might as well play for you. Why not? Now, on with the show. Today on the program, 10 things you need to know today for Monday, September 28th, 2020. 10 things you need to know today. Number one, New York Times obtains Trump's tax info. President Trump paid just $750 in federal income taxes in the year he was elected. The New York Times reported on Sunday, citing copies it obtained of more than 2 decades of Trump's tax information. Trump also paid $750 in his first year in the White House, and nothing in 10 of the previous 15 years, according to the Times. The newspaper reported that Trump's businesses are suffering chronic losses and face hundreds of millions of dollars in debt coming due. He also faces a decade-long audit hinging on the legitimacy of a $72.9 million tax refund he got after reporting massive losses. Trump called the Times report, quote, totally fake news, end quote. Quote, I paid tax, end quote, he said. Quote, I've paid a lot, and I've paid a lot of state income taxes too, end quote. This is according to the New York Times and Market Watch. Number two, Biden says GOP push to fill Ginsburgs seat threatens Obamacare. Democratic presidential candidate Joe Biden on Sunday said that Republicans are pushing to quickly replace the late liberal Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg with conservative judge Amy Coney Barrett because they are hoping to, quote, overturn the Affordable Care Act on their way out the door, end quote. Quote, the Trump administration is asking the Supreme Court right now, as I speak, to eliminate the entire Affordable Care Act, end quote, Biden said, repeating his call to delay confirmation hearings until after the November 3rd election. Trump, speaking at the White House, repeated his 2016 campaign promise to get rid of the Obama-era health care reform law, also known as Obamacare, and replace it with a GOP plan. Quote, Obamacare is terrible, end quote, he said. He also praised Barrett, saying, quote, she's going to be a great justice, end quote, who will, quote, rule based on the law, end quote. This is according to the Associated Press. Number three, Iraq, U.S. threatening to withdraw from Baghdad embassy. The United States has told the Iraqi government that it will withdraw from the American embassy in Baghdad unless Iraq curbs attacks on personnel tied to the U.S. presence in the country, Iraqi officials said Sunday. 2 officials in Baghdad confirmed that the U.S. had informed their diplomatic missions about the plan. Quote, we hope the American administration will reconsider it, end quote. Ahmed Mullah Talal, a spokesman for Prime Minister Mustafa al-Kadhimi, said Sunday, quote, there are outlaw groups that try to shake this relationship, and closing the embassy would send a negative message to them, end quote. Secretary of State Mike Pompeo reportedly delivered the warning on Saturday. A State Department spokeswoman declined to comment on any conversation Pompeo had conducted with foreign leaders, but said that the U.S. is frustrated with, quote, Iran-backed groups launching rockets at our embassy, end quote. This is according to the Washington Post. Number 4, poll. Majority wants winner of November election to fill Ginsburg's seat. A majority of likely voters think the winner of the November presidential election should be the one to fill the seat of the late Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg on the Supreme Court, according to a New York Times Siena College poll released Sunday. 56% said the election should serve as a referendum on the appointment. Only 41% said Trump should fill the seat before the November election. The poll was conducted in the week preceding Trump's nomination of Judge Amy Coney Barrett on Saturday. 62% of women, 63% of independents, and 60% of college-educated white voters said the winner of the vote should choose the next justice. In another warning sign for Trump, 56% of the respondents said they would be less likely to vote for Trump if his nominee would help overturn the Roe versus Wade decision that legalized abortion nationwide. This is according to the New York Times. Number 5, Armenia As Azerbaijan. I don't know how to pronounce that country's name. Armenia Azerbaijan. Clashes kill more than 16 people. At least 16 military members and several civilians died Sunday in the deadliest clashes between Armenia and Azerbaijan since 2016. The renewed violence between the two former Soviet republics raised concerns about the stability of pipelines in the region that move oil and gas to world markets. The fighting marked the latest flare-up in a dispute over Nagorno-Karabakh, a breakaway region in the Azerbaijan that is run by ethnic Armenians. Nagorno-Karabakh said 16 of its servicemen died and more than 100 others were wounded by air and artillery fire by Azerbaijan. Azerbaijan said its forces were responding to shelling by Armenia. Armenia, Nagorno-Karabakh, and Azerbaijan all declared martial law. Diplomats rushed to ease the tensions, and President Trump said Sunday that the United States would push for an end to the fighting. This is according to Reuters. Number 6, appeals court puts hold on Wisconsin absentee ballot extension. A federal appeals court on Sunday temporarily blocked a 6-day extension for counting absentee ballots in the battleground state of Wisconsin, ordered by a lower court to accommodate an expected historic surge in voting by mail due to the coronavirus crisis. The lower court had sided with Democrats and their allies, who sued to extend the deadline for counting absentee ballots after the April presidential primary was marred by long lines and a shortage of polling places and workers. A lower court judge, William Conley, ruled a week ago that ballots that arrive up to 6 days after Election Day would be counted as long as they were postmarked by Election Day. The appeals court panel put that decision on hold until it could review the case. For now, ballots are due by 8 p.m. on Election Day, a provisional win for Republicans and President Trump. This is according to the Associated Press. Number 7, New York City Principals Union demands state take control of city schools. New York City School Principals Union on Sunday called for transferring control over the city's schools to the state for the duration of the coronavirus pandemic. The Council of School Supervisors and Administrators said in a letter that it had, quote, declared a unanimous vote of no confidence in Mayor Bill de Blasio and Chancellor Richard Carranza due to their failure to lead New York City through the safe and successful reopening of schools, end quote. Union Chief Mark Cannizzaro said city leaders had provided, quote, confusing guidance, often no guidance, end quote, on how to safely start the new school year. The union had never before asked the state to intervene in city schools. Neither the state nor the city government made any immediate comment on the union's demands. This is according to the New York Post. Number 8, Yemen rivals agree to prisoner exchange. Yemen's warring parties have agreed to their biggest prisoner swap since 2018 peace talks to create an opening for national ceasefire. The United States Special Envoy for Yemen, Martin Griffiths, said Sunday. The rivals in Yemen's civil war agreed to exchange 1,081 prisoners to build trust in the peace process. Griffiths said in Switzerland, where the agreement was announced, the exchange includes 15 Saudis, whose country is leading a coalition to supporting the Yemeni government against Houthi rebels and loyalists of the former president of Yemen, Ali Abdullah Saleh, who allegedly are supported by Iran. The timing and process for the swap were still being worked out. A Saudi military coalition spokesman said the deal would, quote, establish a solid base for dialogue, end quote. This is according to Reuters. Number 9, judge blocks Trump from banning TikTok downloads. A federal judge on Sunday blocked the Trump administration from banning U.S. downloads of TikTok, which is owned by China's ByteDance. The ruling by Judge Carl Nichols came hours before the policy was due to take effect. The decision gave ByteDance more time to get the U.S. and China to approve the deal its deal to partner with Oracle and Walmart to form a new company called TikTok Global that would run the short video app's U.S. operations. President Trump has preliminarily accepted the arrangement, but it still must get formal approval from the U.S. Committee on Foreign Investment and from the Chinese government. China has sent mixed signals on the deal, with the editor of an influential Communist Party tabloid praising it, while Chinese state media called it, quote, dirty and unfair, end quote. This is according to the Wall Street Journal. Number 10, fast-spreading wildfires force evacuations in California wine country. Wildfires in Northern California's wine country spread quickly on Sunday and early Monday, forcing thousands of people to evacuate their homes. The Glass Fire, which started early Sunday in Napa County as a 20-acre brush fire, rapidly burned 2,500 acres. A local hospital had to be evacuated, and more than 7,000 people were covered under evacuation notices. In Sonoma County, several neighborhoods were evacuated on the eastern edge of Santa Rosa. Another new blaze, the Zog Fire in Shasta County, northeast of Napa, grew to cover 1,000 acres and a few hours after it started. Other blazes intensified as dry and windy conditions continued. The North Complex Fire in Butte County triggered evacuation warnings for several communities, including the town of Paradise, which was devastated in the 2018 Camp Fire. This is according to San Francisco Chronicle and CNN. That's 10 things you need to know today for Monday, September 28th, 2020. Thank you so much for listening. This has been What Makes You Smarter. I'm Keys Dan. Hey, also, if you'd like to tell your story or hear the stories of others, I encourage you to check out my other podcast, What Makes You Famous. Find that everywhere using the hashtag What Makes You Famous. I'm really enjoying those conversations with people, finding out what makes you tick. So if you have something that you're doing, if you have a story to tell, the story of your life, everyone has a story to tell. I encourage you, check out that podcast. Also, if you like the sound of my voice, follow me here. Follow me on every bit of my content. Hashtag What Makes You Smarter, hashtag What Makes You Famous, and also hashtag Keys Dan Gaming. How about that? I'm streaming online games. More of that good content out there. Or I don't know if it's good. That's all subjective. If you like it, follow it. If you don't, hey, there's other stuff to listen to and watch. How about that? So, yeah. And let me know what you're up to. And let me know what you think. Drop me some comments. Hit the like, subscribe. Throw me some 5-star reviews. I only accept 5-star reviews. All right? It helps me get up higher on the algorithms. As I think that's the first time I've said that word in a long time. Algorithms. There, I said it twice. That's it for me. It's Keys Dan, RadioWhat.com, DJLittleRock.com.